Welcome back to Iron Completionist, the series where I'm aiming to fill the collection log and do all of the completable, non-repeatable content in RuneScape. In the last episode, I went for and received some fairly unorthodox items by beginning one of the most tedious grinds this series will ever see. In this episode, I want to revisit something we did way back in episode 1, and hope we see a bit more luck this time around. As always, thank you for the support on this series, and make sure you guys subscribe because there are some big videos coming up on the horizon. In this episode, I want to start a grind that a lot of you guys have been asking me about since the literal first episode, and that grind is Vork. Now, the reason that you guys have been asking about this since the first episode is because of the Draconic Visage, which is on the Vork drop table. Now, I was doing Wyverns to get a few other things besides this, and unfortunately we didn't get it there, so we still have the chance to get it from this boss. On top of the Draconic Visage, there's also the Vorky Pet, the Skeletal Visage, the Jar of Decay, and the Dragonbone Necklace. All of these drops are extremely rare. Now, the other reason that I want to do Vork is because of Dragon Bolts. This is something that I really need to stockpile on because I really want to do some necks. Since the drop rates were reverted, I have a big temptation to go back there and start trying to get some Torva and potentially the Zerite Vambraces as well, and maybe the crossbow would be pretty fantastic if I get that first. So in order to do that, I need a huge stockpile of Dragon Bolts. I don't know what Vork KC I'm going to actually go to in this video because it is a very, very boring boss. So I'm definitely not going to do the entire grind all at once. I'm going to be bouncing between other activities as well. And since we're on the topic of visages, the grind that I'm going to be AFKing in the background this time is going to be Fossil Island Wyverns. These are actually pretty AFKable with full Justy and the Dragon Hunter Lance, and they drop the only visage that Vork doesn't, which is the Wyvern Visage at a rate of 1 in 12,000. However, you can also get it at 1 in 10,000 if you kill the big ones, but those are way slower to kill and do way more damage. They're less AFK. It's just generally not worth it. So we want to get at least one visage this video, and I'm opening every avenue to try and do that. Hey, there's a Granite Longsword. I'm probably going to get a lot of these. Another Granite Longsword. Well, first things first. This might seem extremely random, but I need to go kill some Lava Dragons to get Lava Dragon Scales. I could fish these up AFKing, and I might, depending on how slow Lava Dragons are to kill, but I'd like to make some extended super anti-fires, because I plan on meleeing Vork, and the ability to use my Defender would probably speed up the kills quite a bit. So this is the setup that I'm going to be using at Vork. I'm going to be doing the melee method because last time I did this, I did not have a Dragon Hunter Lance, and you guys might have noticed that I do have, like, a lot of kills here already, as in well over 1,700 kills already. So we're not even that far away from the pet drop rate, so maybe we get that. That would be really, really cool. Meleeing, though, is going to be a lot better because this way I don't have to make any bolts and use bolts to get bolts. That just wouldn't really make any sense. Though I guess the peak irony would be that I'm doing Vork to get better strength gear, which would have been beneficial when doing Vork. So, welcome to Iron Man mode, I guess. I forgot how fun it is to lag at this boss. I'm gonna die here a lot, I think. Also, just like Zulrah, I don't think that I'm going to go out of my way to do any of the combat diary tasks here because there's a lot of things that I have to be on Slayer task for, and Vork just isn't one of them, so I can always come back here whenever I want. If I happen to get any diary tasks done, that'll just be kind of a nice little passive bonus. Oh, speaking of combat tasks, there's a 56-second PB on my second kill back here that gets us an elite and master combat task. I'll take it. Yeah, I totally forgot that Vork also drops a ton of alkables, so doing this is actually not that bad either because it'll help me keep working towards my goal of unlocking all of the bank slots, which I still need several 100 million more GP for, so definitely not bad. I'm also going to be getting a lot of Vork head here. Okay, someone's going to comment about that. Please don't. I'm going to be getting a lot of these, which I can turn into extra Avas. That's probably going to be pretty useful in the future, because I can see pretty much all of those getting lost when I'm doing things like the Venonata's Pet grind, for example. So, yeah, I'm going to want a lot of these. There we go. That's finally our first drop of Dragon Bolts. I don't know what the drop rate is on these offhand. Maybe it's rarer than I remember, or maybe I was just getting a little unlucky, because I remember it being like maybe like 1 in 10 or something. Hey, finally some more Dragon Bolts. Hey, there we go. Now they're coming in. Ooh, the back-to-back-to-back. We love to see it. There's the first milestone, 1800 KC. Not really sure what my goal is going to be, if I'm going to go for a KC goal or a Dragon Bolts goal. but I'll probably get to like 2,000, see where we're at, and see if I need to do more. Oh, I thought I got something really cool because I saw the combat task thing popping up. I was so excited, I thought I got a drop, but it's just a combat task. I have no idea what that one even is, so I guess I'll go take a look. Oh, cool. That one actually looks like a fairly difficult task. Kill Vork 5 times without taking any damage from special attacks and without leaving the area. Alright, that's a cool one to get done passively. So, I guess the only ones I don't have done here aren't particularly difficult if I actually go for them. Zombie Destroyer is just kill the spawn without using Crumble Undead, so that's just basically RNG. This one I think I just have to Blowpipe because I do the Wooks Walk every single time, but maybe melee's just not fast enough. 10 times without leaving, and then even these Grandmaster tasks don't seem that bad. Just don't use Prayer, punch it, and then kill it fast. And I'm 2 seconds off that one, off of the PB with a Lance. So I could probably do that once I get Torva. I'm not gonna lie, when looking through those tasks for Vork, I saw the Grandmaster task that was just punch it. And honestly, this sounds kind of fun, so I'm just gonna go punch Vork to death. There we go. That should be it. I'm gonna be pissed if that didn't count for whatever reason. There it is. Grandmaster task, the Fremenic Way. 12 minutes and 8 seconds. I don't know if I'm gonna include like a sped up version of that fight, but oh my god. I don't really understand why it's a Grandmaster task, to be honest. It really isn't difficult. I still had 6 brews left at the end there, and I probably would have had way more, but actually I splashed on the Crumble Undead part of the fight 4 times. I didn't even actually know you could splash on that until then, so today I learned, I guess. Well, needed some downtime, so back to AFKing these Fossil Island Wyverns. Yo! No way! I actually got the visage! Yes, dude! Well, I was hoping I'd get a visage this video, but I'm gonna be honest, I did not think it would be this one. Before I do anything, I'm gonna go check how many kills this took, and then I gotta figure out how the hell to make it. Alright, let's go ahead and have a look at the amount of wyverns I killed for this. I don't even know where they are. Fossil Island Wyverns, 9,986. So the rate is 1 in 12,000, so we're just shy of the drop rate on this one. That's pretty cool. I honestly thought I killed way more than this, to be honest. But, I don't know. I guess I was wrong. But hey, just shy of 10,000, I will take it. Alright, I think I have everything I need to make this thing now. So I'm pretty sure that I use it on this strange machine. Okay, there's no confirmation message. You just get right to it. I had to make an elemental shield for it as well. But there is the ancient wyvern shield. It looks kind of dull right now. That still looks freaking amazing. I'm not going to lie. But I think I can charge it by just using these fossils on it. I don't... Okay, this is the weirdest functionality in game. I thought it would bring up an interface, but I guess nothing with this. There's no confirmation messages. You just use stuff on it. So how many do I need to use to charge it all the way? Wow, this thing has a lot of charges, huh? Hello? How many charges? 18? Does it only get 1 per fossil? Okay, no, that gave it 3. Okay, now I'm wondering if I was definitely supposed to identify those fossils before using it on there. I'm pretty sure I was. Alright, by mistake. Now, I know there's probably a lot of you that are, like, screaming at your screens right now, but don't worry. I already have all of the fossil displays filled on this account, as you can see in the distance and everything, so nothing to worry about. It's not like these really do anything besides give me, like, arbitrary amounts of prayer experience, so I should still have more than enough fossils to fully charge this, assuming that it stops at 50, which was my assumption, but now I'm not so sure. What does... Okay, there we go. Alright. The shield has 50 charges. I can't use any more on it, right? Okay, so 50 charges is the maximum. And I gotta say, man, this thing looks so cool. It looks so cool. Unfortunately, I still feel like the Ellie looks better, so I'm gonna continue using that for my fashion scape most of the time, but that still does look really, really awesome. One of the other really cool things about this shield is that it actually has a plus 15 magic accuracy bonus, which is tying the mage's book that I'm currently using. So it's really not too bad. I didn't know that it had negative melee strength, though. That's actually really interesting. I don't know of any other items that have that at all, actually. But still, very, very interesting item to get. Decent defense bonuses, good magic bonus. There might be some niche use for it somewhere, and I'll probably use it anywhere I otherwise would have used a mage's book. So after getting that visage, I figured I need a new semi-AFK activity. Now, I have 3 types of activities. Focus things, like doing Vork, where you have to be paying attention the whole time. Semi-AFK activities, like what I was doing at Fossil Island Wyverns, where I do still have to pay some attention. And then, of course, the full AFK stuff, like fishing, where I can just look away from my screen for a couple minutes at a time and not have to worry about it. Wyverns need to be replaced as the semi-AFK task, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do here. I'm going to be trying Mithril dragons now. I don't think these are going to be anywhere near as minimal effort, but I would very much love to get a bunch of chewed bones and potentially try to get a dragon full helm, because that's a really, really freaking cool item, and I would love to have one on my Iron Man. Well, that is 10 chewed bones, and I've been doing this for about 5 or 6 hours. And you might be thinking, that's not too bad. 2 chewed bones an hour, it's actually pretty decent. Well, I'm pretty sure that right now I am way over the drop rate for these things. Like, I am very, very lucky on chewed bones right now. So, this is definitely not indicative of how fast this grind actually is. And I'm not really sure when I'm going to burn them, but I don't think I want to save up too terribly many, because if I get it on, like, the 15th chewed bone and I have 50 more, that would have been just a huge amount of wasted time. Well, unsurprisingly, like I said, the RNG did kind of dry up and turn around. And I'm now only on 14 chewed bones after being here for a whopping like 10 hours today or something while I've been editing and doing IRL stuff. So, you know, I think I really just want to go burn these and see if we get lucky on that full helm. Well, you guys probably remember from the last episode, I had a couple of these already, and there is actually a counter, though I know I've done a few before the counter. The drop rate on the Dragon Full Helm is 1 in 256 from these, so we are really, really hoping to get lucky, but it would be a fantastic item to get lucky on because it is just peak Fashionscape. You know, this drop table truly defines what it was like to live in the old eras of RuneScape because, like I said, I've been doing this all day, and we end up with a whopping, how many coins did we get out of this? 16k, not even 16k from the first inventory. I think probably losing money by using magic logs. Surely the Fashionscape will bring us the RNG. Alright, this is the last chewed bone we have, bringing us up to 25 spirits laid to rest on the counter, so 25 chewed bones. And unfortunately, we are not lucky. We are about 1/10 of the way there, and I have killed so many Mithril dragons. So many more to go, though. Oh! There we go! Actually getting a collection log slot here, the Dragon Bone Necklace. I mean, it's the most common drop, 1 in 1,000, and unfortunately I do already own one, but that is awesome. I was really not expecting to get anything here, at least not for a while. Ooh, that's a drop right there. Dragonplate legs and Dragonplate skirt. Okay, okay. And there is 1900 KC at Vork. Getting up there. I mean, we did already get a collection log slot, so I'm pretty satisfied no matter what else ends up happening. So, yeah, I guess we're just here for bolts now. What? wait, what? Dragon Spear? That's gotta be just astronomically rare from Vork. Okay, alright. There's another double dragon legs and skirt drop. There we go, the big 2000 KC at Vork. That is actually... that's a lot of Vork KC now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm not really sure how long I'm going to stay here. I'm going to go check how many bolts we have in the bank so far, because I think I've done about 250 kills, and just kind of see where that puts us. Well, we're up to about 2,000 dragon bolts so far. I'm not really sure what my goal is, but I definitely want to get a bit more than that before we go and start trying to take on next. So, I guess I'll maybe go to like 3,000 to 5,000. I think my benchmark is just going to be when I run out of divine super combats. I've had to make a few more since I started, but I really am only making them on an as-needed basis right now, since I don't want to waste crystal shards, and honestly don't find myself using divine potions that much because of the extra resources that it takes, so I think that's a pretty good place to stop. I'm not sure what KC that'll put me at, though. Well, there is 2,100 KC. I probably have, like, a good handful of kills left, and then I'm imagining I'll be good on bolts for a while after that. Vork gets really boring, and I've done, like, 400 kills so far, so definitely want to take a break and do something else. Well, this is a good place to end it as any. I definitely did not die. This screen is just, it's a new feature for Vork you guys might have seen. Came out pretty recently where you just get free bandos. It's amazing. So I am now out of divine super combats aside from the one that I have sitting right here, and let's go see how many dragon bolts I got from that. Alright, it looks like we got a little bit over 3,000. I guess I was getting a little unlucky towards the end there, but this should be more than enough to last me at least a little while. And honestly, this is going to be one of the hardest collection logs to work on because Vork is just... everything here is really, really rare. 2,142 kills, and I have the Vork head and a Dragon Bone necklace. At least we got something on this little mini grind, though. But before I go and take on next, I want to do some fun grinds because this one was pretty draining and honestly just mind-numbing. So I'm going to go find some interesting little things to do. And I think the first relaxing activity I want to do is monkey backpacks. And to start things off, I have to head over here outside of the demonic gorilla caves and search, it's one of these crates, I think it's just this crate right here, to get myself the monkey backpack. This doesn't do anything on its own, but it only starts to transform once I start doing the laps of the Ape Atoll course, which I have a mighty 3 completed. I'm not sure how many I want to do to start, maybe like 250, and we'll see where I'm at after that. For those of you who don't know what this collection log is, it's literally just you can transform this backpack based on the amount of laps of the Ape Atoll agility course you've done. That's it. It is very simple. I'm not sure how many laps per hour you can actually get at the Ape Atoll course, but I'm probably going to be getting nowhere near max efficiency. However, I think because of the max cape, I can't fail agility obstacles. And if that's the case, that's going to make this a much more relaxing grind. And this is something that I've wanted to start poking at for a while because trying to do all of the Ape Atoll course to get all the monkey transformations at once sounds very unfun. So definitely want to poke at it bit by bit. I don't know if it's because I'm paying too much attention or because I didn't have my full graceful on, but I noticed I'm actually running out of run energy on this course, which is weird and does not happen to me on any other agility course. So I'm not really sure what to do about that. Maybe just go back to my POH and recharge it every now and then. I'm not really sure how this collection log works because I'm about to hit 100 laps. Do I just automatically get the slot? Okay, I guess I have to transform it manually. Okay, so you just transform it, and there we go. That's the Karamjan monkey. I'm not really going to bother putting it on. I'll wait till I get the other one. Alright, there we go. That is 250 laps here. It didn't actually take that long, but I still would like to take a break from doing this. I forgot to bring my monkey backpack, so hang on. And transform this guy into the zombie monkey, which is another collection log slot. Honestly, alright, a little blocked right there. They look okay, but you know, fashionscape-wise, not really my thing. I think the next log that I want to start working on is the Shades of Mort'ton collection log. There's actually 14 slots in here that I have none of so far, and I have absolutely no idea how to do this minigame, so I guess I'm going to have to look at it a little bit. Since I've never done this before, I have absolutely just no idea how this even works. I want to start with the highest tier shade, but I don't know if I can even get in the room to kill them, because I think it's this room over here. But I think I need a gold key to get in there, and I don't know how to get a gold key, so I have to figure this all out. To those of you who are like me and had no idea how this minigame works, it's actually pretty simple. You have to get a bunch of various tiers of shade remains, and then cremate them over at the funeral pyres. However, in order to do that, you also have to have a special type of log that I'll explain in just a little bit. This is another one of those minigames and collection logs that's just way faster to do as a main because you can buy all the things you need instead of killing them, which makes this one very slow for an iron. Alright, there we go. That is both of the... wow, 190 coins. Thank you so much for that. There is both of the guys healed, I guess, so I can just permanently access the builder store and the general store, which is going to be necessary because I'm going to need to buy a lot of olive oil. And this is the reason that I said it's going to be a lot slower to do this on an iron than on a main. As you see, my sanctity slowly rises as I'm sitting here repairing the temple, but then every time I use this olive oil on the altar, I lose quite a decent bit of it. Now, I need to use these sacred oils from making the olive oil on the flaming fire altar on the logs in order to make pyre logs and then get the keys. So, it's a bit of a process. I'm not sure if each one of these actually gives 4 logs or what, because if that's the case, it won't be as bad as I'm thinking, but it'll still be definitely a bit of a grind. Let me just see if I use a sacred oil on redwood logs. Oh god, okay, it's so much worse than I thought. It uses all 4 doses per log. This is gonna be a process, isn't it? Well, I'm pretty sure that the bright side of this is that I can use any type of pyre log on any shade remains, so I don't have to worry about making too many of one type as long as I'm primarily making the highest tier. Though, I'm probably going to want to save some of these redwood logs to continue doing birdhouse runs, since I don't really want to go back and have to bank tons of redwoods. And I do have almost 50,000 magic logs, so I'll probably only use these for the top 2 tiers of shade, and then after that, I'll just use magic for the rest. And there we go, got pretty lucky. The second fire shade that I burned gave me a gold key, which means that I can now have access to the highest tier of shades. I'm going to use all the silver keys I get from this first, though. Anyone who's wondering, the reason I have to keep these is because you actually need a key of a particular tier to access the rooms in the first place. If I use all of them, I'll have to go back and get more, and it'll just be a huge headache. So I think I'm just gonna... Hey, there we go. There's a slot already. The flame tier bag. That's very convenient, and I'm definitely gonna want to use that when I am doing the crafting things. And there's another slot, the fine cloth. These are the... I would say the easier slots to get done, and I'm pretty sure these can happen from any tier. So there's already a second piece of fine cloth, and I'm getting so many random items. Black spears, black plate bodies. I got a rune longsword in there. I guess that's something. And there's the flame tier hammer, which you guys probably noticed I already had. And there's another flame tier hammer back to back with that. Okay, that's interesting. Colorblind in here is not fun. I can't find the freaking... There we go. There's the brown ones. And there's an amulet of the damned. Okay, very, very nice. A diamond ring. And a third flame tier hammer. These things must be really common. They actually alch for 6k, so I guess it's not really a terrible pull. And now it's time to go get an absolute shitload of olive oil to make into sacred oil, and then kill a bunch of whatever the highest tier shade is. I want to go ahead and leave a guess at how many amulets of the damned I'm going to have by the time this log is entirely green. Go ahead and leave a comment down below, because I'm curious. I feel like it's going to be at least like 30 or 40. It might be even more than that. The reason getting a flame tier bag is so nice is because, to those of you who don't know what this does, it just holds the resources you need to actually repair the temple. And as you can see, it can hold quite a lot. So I'm pretty sure that should speed up, or at least reduce the amount of trips back to the general store that I'm going to have to do. So this should be pretty nice. Alright, I have been here for close to 2 or 3 hours at this point. But I now have made all of my olive oil, whatever the heck it was originally, into sacred oil. So we have a little less than 500. I had more than 500 before the first inventory, so that should be good for a minute. Now I have to go get a bunch of Urium shades. Well, here comes the fun part. I need to kill these Urium shades, which have 130 HP and not too crazy defenses or anything, but they're definitely not incredibly fast to kill. I could probably blowpipe them, but because they have a little bit of defense, I feel like meleeing them or using the bofa is probably just my best bet. Now, the reason that I'm going to be killing Urium shades and so many of them first is because of the fact that you can only get these zealot robe pieces from specifically gold chests, and these are the only shade remains that give me consistent gold keys. I could do fire remains as well, but I figure I might as well start here, get most of the gold keys done, and then get whatever I need remaining from the fire shades. So I'm probably going to kill about 100 at a time because I don't want to go super overboard in case I get really lucky here. Alright, I've done a couple inventories of Urium remains now. It looks like I'm able to kill a little bit over 100 per hour. I could maybe speed that up if I can like put a cannon down there or if I was blowpiping, but like I said, it's just one of those roadblocks for content like this. Every time I get a coin drop on that pedestal, I get really sad because it's just such a waste of time. Alright, whew. Even burning them actually takes a minute to do, but we have ourselves a decent number of gold keys here. I don't know, something like 90-ish from that. So let's go ahead and see if we can get lucky. like 17 zombies chasing me around at this point. Dragon Dagger. So it looks like it's mostly just like a few alks. And there we go, actually, very lucky. We got ourselves the gold locks and a Dragonstone. Nice and early. Wow, that's a good string. Dragonstone into Rune Plate Legs into Amulet of the Damned. Wow. The gold locks are actually fantastic, and I will explain why as soon as I am done with this inventory. So if I talk to this guy right outside of the Shade Catacombs, he's going to eventually, after a ton of dialogue, give me this coffin. And if I use the gold locks on him, he should make it into a golden coffin, which I believe I'm able to fill up with shade remains, and I think I can have like 28 shade remains in here at once. So this will make gathering the stuff for future runs a little bit easier. Also, you can wear it. It looks interesting, I guess. I wouldn't say that it's my, favorite piece of fashionscape, but interesting is the word I'm going with. Like, it's nothing to write home about, but it's some decent alks from here. I'm actually kind of surprised. I would argue that at this point we have like the easy items to get. The Zealots pieces are all, I believe, 1 in 128. And then I think these two books are both around 1 in 100 from gold chests as well, so I wouldn't mind knocking out a couple more slots with the keys we have left. Oh, there we go. The Tree Wizard's Journal. I believe this allows me to make Swamp Bark. Yeah, so I can just make Swamp Bark armor now. I mean, I don't think it's even remotely useful, but cool, I'll take it. Unfortunately, getting duplicates of these is actually entirely useless because they're worth literally nothing, so I think I'm just going to end up dropping those. They don't alch for really anything either, so really no point keeping them. Alright, well that is all of my gold keys exhausted, and I think I want to shift my focus just a little bit. Instead of going strictly for the gold keys right now, I want to try and knock out some of these other locks, which I need different shades to be able to access, and see if maybe I can get lucky on those, and then come back here later. So this is where getting those gold locks is going to come in clutch. I won't have to bank as much because I can now hold an extra 28 shade remains, although admittedly the functionality of this coffin is just kind of a struggle. It does at least auto, pick them up when I get them off the ground, though, which is nice. But getting them out of the coffin is really frustrating. I don't know why they made it so difficult. And I'm getting a lot of steel keys instead of bronze keys. This minigame is pretty confusing because there's more tiers of shades than there are tiers of keys. Really don't know why they did it like that. Well, nothing from the first set of steel and bronze keys, which is about 50 remains, so back to killing. Alright, next batch of keys. Let's see what we get. There we go. Steel locks on the second to last steel key that I had. So very happy to get that one done. I think I can actually just go ahead and attach this to my coffin thing, I'm pretty sure. And now I guess I have to kill a different tier of shade to get the bronze locks. Alright, time for some bronze keys. I got about, I don't know. Yo, there we go, bronze locks, nice. So I didn't have to get any extras of the bronze keys. Now it's just the black locks and the silver locks to go, so I have to figure out what to kill again. Honestly, pretty even split of silver keys and black keys, so let's see if we get lucky again. Well, I'm getting pretty unlucky on the remaining locks. I've actually been on this grind for a couple of hours doing this one, and as you can see, I have been here all day. Gained almost 300,000 fire-making XP just from cremating the remains, and this has obviously been going on between killing the shades and making the oils and everything too. So, I don't know, I just want to get maybe one more before I call it for this minigame for a while. I really didn't think it would take this long. There is 50 more shades and keys used with no luck. I am pretty down bad on RNG right now. I have used actually the majority of those oils I made earlier. You guys remember I made 500, and I'm down to my last 66 redwood logs. So, yeah. Alright, that is the last set of pyre logs that I can burn right now because I don't have any more logs or oil. So, hopefully these last set of keys yields us another slot. I will say, even though this grind is kind of exhausting and I definitely want to take a break from it, it's interesting just doing stuff like this in the game, and it's just different, I guess. It's better than just grinding the same bosses over and over again, so I'm going to be pretty excited to return to this grind in the future. Just need a break from it for now after this. Alright, well, it looks like the black and silver locks are going to remain elusive and out of my reach for now, but that's okay because we still did get a lot done in this video. I'm still kind of in shock that we got ourselves the Ancient Wyvern shield, and this thing does look really cool, but I gotta say I just prefer the Ellie just because on an Iron Man, you can't beat an Ellie. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel because these videos do take quite a long time to produce, and I'm really hoping you guys are still enjoying them. Peace out and have a fantastic rest of your day.